What's going on, my friends? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin, Ethereum. We may get into some altcoins as well. Right now, Bitcoin's sitting at $40,925. We're down about 0.5%. What I want to do, guys, I know we've got a nice pump yesterday and everybody's getting excited, but one thing I really want to point out to you is that we're still trading within this range here. And what you can see is that we have this lower trend line where we're making higher lows, then we have lower highs on top. So we still don't have any decision right now. So if you are taking a position at these levels, whether bullish or bearish, it's still kind of a guessing factor. And what I want to do is get the probabilities in my favor as much as possible. So for me, this is still a no trade zone. And what I'm doing is just patiently watching the price action. What I want to see being a bull, I want to see us break up above this upper trend line here on heavy volume so that we know that we're breaking out of this range. This is a huge range. You can see this VPVR over here where all these levels could be resistance, where we're looking at 47,000 could be major resistance, and also the area that we're coming up to now around 42,000 could be major resistance as well. And what you can see here is this red line. That's going to be our point of control. That's what we need to hold as support right now, and that's going to come in at about 39,000. What I'm going to say is we need to hold $40,000. So the bullish things we have going for us, we have been setting these higher lows. We had longer wicks on the downside here. They did come on heavy volume, so it showed buyers were stepping in, higher lows still coming in. Now the bearish aspect of this, you can see from our high, you can just see all these lower highs as we work our way down here, okay? And right now we really have not gotten one of those big pushes to the upside to get a higher high on convincing volume. So today what we need to do, we actually need to get over top of roughly about $42,000. That's going to be one of the biggest things for us. Now, if we're taking a look at the RSI, we're sitting right now at 52. So we did cross above the 50 line, which is a little bit more of a bullish thing. So guys, right now we just have a lot of mixed signals. I'm going to point out bullish things. I'm going to point out bearish things to you. So as we step out there, the RSI getting above 50, that is good. We want to see that. Now, if we turn on our chandelier stops, this is important. I've been talking to you guys about this. This does really well with the trend. What you can see is we're still in this downtrend. So in purple here, pushed us to the downside. And what we've been doing is chopping back and forth. And this indicator is not good when you're going sideways. You want it for when you're trending. But what this shows me is that we're still going sideways and we would need to wait for more confirmation. And also, guys, as we get into this, if you don't mind, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Try to help this channel out. I appreciate it. I'm going to try to do videos as much as I can. Just got so much going on right now. So got to do what I can when I can. And then also here, if we get to our moving averages, what you can see, guys, and this is interesting for us here, we've had a few times where we've crossed up above this 50 moving average in red, but we haven't been able to hold it. We keep falling back down. We got up above it again. We fell back down. So we've really been battling, and that's going to be in red here, back and forth. And today we are trading slightly above it. We want to see where the candle close comes in for the day. That would be important. If we can get a candle close up above that, maybe we can go up and test these higher levels where this 200 moving average is also acting as overhead resistance for us. And that's going to be up around $45,000. So this big area here, guys, and if you read any books, you read a lot of textbooks and things on trading, what they say is you never want to go long when your 200-day moving average is up above you. So what we want to do is wait until we can find some support. Like back over here, we broke up, we came back down, found support on it, and then we got moving. You can see this entire bull market back here, we were trading up above this white 200 moving average. So the fact that we are still trading below it, it's riskier if we're trying to take longs in this position. In my opinion, I don't want to short Bitcoin right now. I don't want to long Bitcoin right now. I'm patiently waiting for more direction from Bitcoin, and I've been trading the broader market, getting into different sectors and trading what's moving right now. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to get back to cryptocurrency when I see a great opportunity, but for right now, I'm just patiently waiting for a good opportunity and for more direction. I want to get the meat of the move. I don't care if I get the bottom down in here. If this is the bottom, that's great. I want to get the next trend for the next 2 to 3 months if we move to the upside. That's what I'm going to be trading. So right now, just patiently waiting, not getting chopped up. I've gotten chopped up before in the past, guys, trying to trade ranges like this, and it's very difficult, especially when you're in on the lower time frames. Okay, so Bitcoin, really watch this level here, guys. That's what's going to be most important for us. I'm going to wait for more direction. So that's going to be Bitcoin. If we take a look at Ethereum, Ethereum's been a little bit ahead of Bitcoin today. So same deal, guys. If we step back out here, let's pull off our moving averages. We just start fresh, looking on the 1-day time frame, right? Point of control for us here, just flip so you can see major overhead resistance. And guys, what this is going to do is flip around until I actually get a setting here. Okay, so right there, we're going to leave it right there. So our point of control is going to be up here at around 3150. So that's going to be a big area that we're going to have to break out through. If we can break out through that on heavy volume, guys, and maybe even a back test of that range, that's, in my opinion, when it'd be better to go long than when we're in this symmetrical triangle down here. So we have higher lows coming in, lower highs coming in. We're starting to get squeezed. We're going to have to see if we can break through this blue line today, or if we're going to drop back down maybe to $2,600 or so, try to find support, set a higher low, and then try again. But we're getting to the point where something's going to break here, and we just have to be prepared for that. You know, if you're looking at this and it's a symmetrical triangle and the trend's been down, there's a little bit more odds that we will head to the downside. But in my opinion, just my gut feeling, guys, and this isn't going off technical analysis, anything, I feel like we've spent a lot of time here the last 2 months down this range because there has been accumulation taking place. And if we can get a move, most likely, I think we're going to at least try to get out of this upper trend line here in the days and weeks to come. But, you know, anything can happen with world events how they are, guys. You have to protect that capital, use your stop losses, and look for great opportunities. That's the main thing that I can tell you right now. And even when looking at this chart, if we're trying to go long on the 1 day time frame and we turn this on, we are still trading below this 200 moving average in white. So what a lot of people don't understand is that it doesn't matter if you're trading these things and you're swing trading. It doesn't really matter the price in terms of, oh, I have to nail the bottom. You know, you can buy in higher when you have more confirmation and ride part of that trend to the upside. So right here, when we broke through this 200, look how long we spent up above it. And you can take that entire meat of the move. You don't have to get the bottom when we're trading below it. And that's something that I've been trying to work on as well. But when we're looking at this here, guys, I would say we want to hold that 2,600 or so for Ethereum. Relative strength is at 54 right now, trying to get to 55, so that's good. We're crossing the 50 mark there. We just still have some work to do, and if you flip this on its head, you can see. So people could be making the case here, we're going to find support and then try to go back up to this range. We're just bouncing back and forth. You know, is this a bull flag type deal? And we're going to the upside, so you have to watch that as well, flipping that chart upside down so you can kind of see the bullish perspective and the bearish perspective. But Ethereum a little bit stronger here today. We're just going to need that volume to try to pop out through this overhead resistance if we can get it. If we scroll down here, let's go to Litecoin, and then we'll do ADA. So for Litecoin, we have really nice bullish divergence here on the 1 day time frame. You can see that on the relative strength. Price has been going down. Relative strength has been moving up. In terms of support, we want to hold about 108. We are still trading below our 50 moving average here and our 200 moving average. So same thing that we talked about, guys. If you're, you know, a patient bull, you want more confirmation, you want to be trading up above those things. If we go back to this bull run that we had here, just taking a look, even at this 200, for the most part, we were trading up above it. We are now below it. So we need to reclaim that area. You really have to watch that area unless you're playing just oversold bounces, which is a whole different thing in itself. But if you're trying to ride these trends, we have to be patient to ride these trends, because these trends will typically last anywhere from 2 to 7 months, you know, bullish or bearish. So when we're looking at this for Litecoin, though, if this can be a move for us, we have an opening to resistance at about 148. If we can break out through here, go up and test this 200 moving average, see what we do. That's always a possibility. It's just the world climate and everything that's going on right now, I'm sticking to more liquidity. So if I am trading anything, most likely right now it's going to be Bitcoin or Ethereum in the crypto space. I'm not going to be hunting after altcoins because they still are going to be more risky and they just fluctuate so much. You can really get stopped out if you're using those stop losses, which I recommend in this space for swing trading. So for Litecoin, guys, let's see if we can break out through roughly about 115 and then see if we can make a run up to potentially 130, 140 if we can get up to the upside. If we break to the downside, we need to hold about $90 is going to be the area. Then if we take a look at ADA, and if you're here for ADA, guys, let me know. And I'll keep throwing it in. If not, if we don't have many people put ADA, then we'll just stop covering it. But for me on ADA, what I'm watching right now, and this has been a long time here, almost a massive potential falling wedge type deal. And we're having these lower highs and lower lows coming in, but when we're dropping to the downside, we're not really getting much follow through anymore. So we still have a ton of work to do, and we have to break out through this downtrend line. We have to get up through our 50 moving average and our 200. So a ton of work to do here, guys. I'm not saying take a position in this, but this is something that I'm watching, because if we break out of this on extremely high volume, then we could have a shot if we throw on our fib here. you know, up even to that 0.382 is $1.66. If we make it halfway back, you're looking at $1.93. If we make it to that 0.618, that's all the way up to around 221. And sometimes you can have these massive breakouts and then you can still even roll all the way back over, but taking advantage of that and knowing that we can make that move potentially to the upside as the selling pressure has been slowing down a little bit. So when I'm looking at this here, guys, just stepping back. Okay, we want to look, point of control is going to be around 120. So that's going to be a big area. If we are able to get out of here and we get over top of 120, then we don't have a ton of selling pressure and you can run fast. See this over here? This is the main area we're going to be watching, and that's what we need to get up through. To the downside, if we break out of here to the downside, which you have to be prepared for, we'd be looking at about 36 cents potentially to the downside. So if you're playing any of these things when we do break out, always manage that risk, guys. Small positions, you know, stop losses, all that type of stuff will help you. So if you get something from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless you all. Take care.